They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The son Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Hut!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The son Reddick in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check three. Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Switch!
On 2nd down, Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now! 319!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick, because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The son Reddick in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Set! 319! 319!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Rosen. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Four down. Set! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
319!
Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Play it, play it, play it, play it.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Please stop by the souvenir shop to pick yours up on your way out of the stadium.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Arizona calls time.
Double tight.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Rosen. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
There you go.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
3 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Dash. Go down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Rosen off the play action. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
4 down, 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This is caught. Watkins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
3 down, 3 down. Hey,
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
we got 4 down, 4 down. Come on.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. That's right.
Here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
And now it's Rosen looking. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
No. Check. Patriot.
3 down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that is incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Detroit!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Off. Alert flare.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Quarterback D-line.
Gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and a mile.
Over. Gun.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Single. Check three. Here we go.
Gun.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10.
Gun. Over.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's going to fire one deep left, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Alert!
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Rosen looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lock it 56. Lock it.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, 4 down.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch the safety creep.
Here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
57.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Watch two. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Safarian Jenkins has it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they run with Sims. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Check 50, check 50.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Now let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Check 4. Check 4. No. Me.
Toss play to Sims. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hold on. Gun.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Check. Crack.
Over!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check 31, check 31.
On the give, this is their fullback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is going to be 49er football.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Here we go. Hey.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Arizona, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Niners, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's one of them ones. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the